All right, how's it going out there? Tony here from Just Everyday People, and we got our garage restoration with limited resources and very little money. Anyway, we're working on this 1962 Oldsmobile Cutlass. It's going to be for my son Nick to drive around every so often on the weekends or whatever, and for us to take take to little car shows and stuff. But here's what she looks like. So far, we've pretty much taken the whole front end apart. Most of the car was basically taken apart when I got it. No, the engine was out, transmission was out. So we removed the doors. As you can see, it needs a little bit of work. I got a donor car that I'm going to use. We're going to use most of the parts for to put this one together because this one's a convertible, and you know what they say about convertibles. Top comes down, price goes up, and it just looks a little cooler. So that's where we're at. Took it apart. We're gonna pressure wash it, sprayed it with a little bit of degreaser, so we try to take all the crud off, and then work on the rust. Okay, here's where we're at with the garage restoration for this 1962 Oldsmobile F85 Cutlass. I've already put some paint on it. After the pressure wash and clean, we went ahead and sanded it down with wire brushes on angle grinder and drill to get most of the surface rust off, and then we just sprayed it with black gloss paint, just rattle cans, and so far doesn't look too bad. We got a few more parts to do to paint before we start trying to put it back together. Here's some of the other parts. Well, they're scattered all over the place. Here's a couple other ones that we need to still paint, but it's coming along. Okay, and this is the donor car. This one, the engine is complete. It runs. I actually drove it around a bit, but the brakes went out on it. One of the master cylinders got stuck, so I stopped driving it. And we already started taking this one apart, as you can see. Fender, doors. It's actually kind of a shame that taking it apart to use it as a donor car, because it is a complete car, but prefer the convertible. On the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to show how we're going to convert this hardtop door with the frame, remove that and use it on the convertible. So watch out for that one. It'll be coming up soon. Okay, so these are some of the basic tools that we use for this first part of the restoration. Most of it is basic hand tools. Not all of it is here because it's kind of scattered all over the place. I just kind of gathered some of it here so you can get an idea of what, different ratchets and wrenches and sockets and things of that sort. These aren't necessarily the ones that I use, but just so you can get an idea of some of the basic stuff that's needed. Screwdrivers. This angle grinder with a wire brush, very helpful. This multi-purpose tool with a sandpaper pad on it, that helped a lot. Basic drill with wire brushes, different sizes to get to different areas. Of course, safety equipment, safety glasses, gloves, dust mask. It's around here somewhere. I dropped it. Dust mask, all that. Just for safety, but it's very much recommended. This penetrant, it's good to spray on some of the rusty bolts and screws that are difficult to get off. Just spray it. Let it sit for a few minutes, preferably overnight if it's really rusted, and it really helps get that stuff off. And just in areas where you have rust, where you want to stop it, that's very helpful. I use some of this rust reformer converter in some of the areas before I painted it, just to make sure that no rust came back. And then I painted it with just regular Rust-Oleum paint. Fairly easy to get in pretty much anywhere. If you have a Harbor Freight tools or something like that, then you can go there. Or if you I'll put some links in the description so you can get it on Amazon. I was comparing pricing, and honestly, their tape, not much of a difference in most of the items. Amazon's getting pretty good about their pricing compared to some of these other places. I also used the vacuum just to get some of the crud off. Just the dust and stuff, get it cleaned up, try to clean the garage. But that's it, basically. Oh, light. Work at night, after school, after work, and definitely need some lighting. But that's pretty much the basic tools that we use for this first part. Okay, make it clear. Just want to let everybody know that the purpose of this channel, of these videos, isn't necessarily to show that I'm an expert. I'm by no means an expert. I like to do different projects. This is a project that I sat on for years, waiting for the time and the money, and the whole time, my son's been kind of excited about it. He's at the age now where he's going to start driving pretty soon. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to get it running and worry about stuff that I can't afford later. I was just waiting till I can have someone do the body work for me and, do some of the other stuff for me. But yeah, the reality is that I don't have the money right now. For whatever reason, job I was at 16 years they didn't want me anymore. But that it's neither here nor there. Purpose of this is hopefully to motivate somebody else that has a similar situation where they have a project and they're waiting for the right time, for the right money. Just get it going. Once you get it going, you figure it out. Best part about this whole thing is that um, it's, there's bonding between my son and I now. He'll come out. He's excited about it. He comes comes home after school. After his robotics or anything else any other activities he's doing, and he's actually motivated to get his hands dirty and learn some new stuff. He asks a lot of questions, how things work. And like I said, I'm not an expert, but I do have knowledge of vehicles, of cars, old cars. I've been around cars. I grew up around mechanics. So I know my way around older cars. And it's a learning experience for them. It's something that I think a lot of the younger generation are losing. They don't get their hands dirty as much. I'm not saying everybody, but it seems to be the norm now where a lot of kids don't really want to get involved in stuff like this. So that's the purpose of this. It's not necessarily to show you how to do it, even though if you do learn something from it, great. I'm just sharing our experience and our how we're doing it, document it as well as I can, because we're working on it. We're not professional YouTubers or anything of that sort, but if we can help you and motivate you to get your project going, great. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to respond to anything that I can on the comments. So thanks for watching. Look out for the next video where we'll transform a hardtop door to a frameless convertible door. Thanks for watching.